Thanks for giving us a little bit of your time 2 days out from kickoff. Can you tell us how things are going for the team and just give us your final thoughts going into the game?
Yeah, we've seems like we've been practicing forever. Obviously, today would be practice 24. I like our team's prepared. I like their mindset. I think we've had some good preparation for Maine. The challenge with that is they like anybody when you're playing a game first now is you don't really know who's on anybody's roster because all the different movement and stuff. So I think that'll be the challenge for us on a game day is to actually see for them. You have a depth chart, but trying to find video and all the different stuff on people has been hard. And so, but I think our guys are prepared well. I think they're ready to go finally play somebody else, and I'm looking forward to seeing us go out and compete. They've had a great attitude and have practiced and put ourselves in a good position to go play well.
Coach, you have some quarterback news for us. This goes to kickoff.
Yeah, so Ethan Vasco is won our quarterback job there. We had a great battle between him and Ryan. I think our team is confident in both those quarterbacks there that we can win games with those guys. Ethan gives us some experience that we feel like we need there from a standpoint. He's played a lot of football and has done a good job there. You could see us playing. There might be a situation where we end up playing both. At some point there, I think Ryan has performed really well in practice and give him an opportunity to be able to do that. And so, but when we start out, Ethan will be running out there.
What separated Ethan Vasco from Ryan Berger, and did you foresee it taking this long into preseason?
I wouldn't say it maybe would have thinking it was going to take that long, and I think it was just making sure that. We got all the information that we wanted to have to make the best decision. I think both of them performed well. Ryan did a fantastic job, and so I think it was more of as we're starting this season off, and hopefully finishing it with the championship. I think you'd probably need both of them. If you think about it from a standpoint. And so that's why we were really going in along with it to make sure who gives us the best chance. And then secondly, if we decided to play both, what's the roles they can play? So that's how we were all filling that out a little bit. I think at the end of the day, you need playing experience, and if you look at everybody on our roster from a quarterback standpoint, Vasco's really the only one that's played a lot in games. Ryan's played very little. Mike's played very little. And so at the end of the day, that's what really won out as far as just the experience, making sure that when we go out there for the first time with us, that somebody's had some experience underneath the lights, underneath the center, so to speak. And so that's ultimately what won out.
What are the specific factors that could lead to playing multiple quarterbacks?
I think I don't know if there's any factors. I think is if we feel confident that we can win with both, that and somebody's earned the opportunity to do that, then we'll play them. If you look at the history of our quarterbacks, there's been they've been banged up, and so I think we're trying to make sure that we can keep our quarterbacks healthy for long term to play a lot of games. And so if there's a way that we can play both quarterbacks, it takes whether it's hits, it takes whatever off of them to help them stay healthy as long as possible. That's something that we strongly consider. And so it would be more of is this person earned the opportunity to play? If he has by practice and all that, then I'm going to give him the opportunity to play. I'm not saying that's by series or by quarter or anything of that nature. If I have a feeling on, hey, let's put somebody else in here because of what he can do for us in this certain situation, then we'll do that.
Have you done that in your past?
I have. Yeah, we've done that before, and so again, I'm not saying that's going to be the way it is, but we have strongly considered some of that option there from that standpoint. So we'll see how the game flows and some of those things from there. But we have experience doing both of that.
Was that 2017 year at Coastal?
Gosh, they say.
I remember their name.
Trying to remember 17. I think was at the interview. I think I tried to forget that
yes.
one. 18, I think 18 really, I think it was more 18 and a little bit of 19, if I had to remember, 18, 19 there from that standpoint. And then from some of the FCS days, we did a little bit of that as well. So we've had some experience doing that.
In general, on the offense, how have you seen them responding to him? And if you can answer, when did you name him starter, and how did the team kind of?
They knew Saturday. Saturday. So our quarterbacks found out Saturday. And then, obviously the team, I didn't make a big announcement to the team. The team had sort of knew that anyway. They see us practice and things. And so, but they had an idea. And I think they believe in the way our quarterbacks lead, the way our quarterbacks are in the locker room. They're well liked. We have 3 quarterbacks on our leadership council, so they're all well liked. They're all well respected, and so the team was going to respond no matter who's out there under center. This team, and I'm talking about offense, defense. Everybody was going to respond in a good way because they really value the teamwork that those quarterbacks have in the locker room and the type of teammates they are, and so I know they're excited for whoever was going to run out there. I'm sure they're hurt for the other ones too, because they know how much time they put in. Are disappointed for them. I don't want to say maybe hurt, but disappointed because they know the time that other quarterbacks put in. But they're behind each other 100%. And that's what I really love about our quarterback room. They pull for each other.
So going back to the possibility of playing both, will this be like a week-to-week evaluation then? Was practice?
Yeah, I think just we'll see. Just see from a practice standpoint, from game preparation. Does one or the other give us some things maybe that they do better than the other one? Does it help give us a chance to move the ball and score touchdowns? And then we'll evaluate it from there. So it'll be a week-to-week type thing. It won't be hey, we're doing this every week. We're going to evaluate it week to week, and as from a coaching staff. And if there's value in it, then we're going to do it. If we don't see there's value in it that week, then we won't.
Just in general, preparing for Maine, is it different these days? With that, as you mentioned it earlier, all the turnover that happens in college football. How much harder is that, with an FCS team where there may even be less, information out there?
I think it is challenging. In the old days, you could go online and look up all the newspapers and get all the articles. Now everything's behind a firewall, and you can't even get things of that nature. And so I think it is more challenging, especially the first game of the year because there is less. I don't know if it's FCS wise or not. I don't think that matters. It's just harder. This is the first. I think the first time, last year, most of our beginning games were all brand new coaches. At least coach has been there, so you have an idea of what they do and all those things. And so I always think that's always hard when you play a new opponent, especially when you don't know about the different players and all that. Plus, it's a new coaching staff really trying to figure out what's going on there. At least, coach has been there, so you've seen what they've done on offense and defense. So at least you have an idea of what they're going to try to do structurally and all that. Now you just got to figure out, what the players are, who they got in what spot, and that'll take a little while to figure out once the game kicks off. But I think we have at least an idea of where they're going to be and what their systems are and all that. Where like last year's opening game, new staff, you really didn't have a lot of idea what was going. You had to really adjust on the fly.
Does a season opener now, because of that, constitute more and put more pressure on in-game adjustments maybe than any other game on the schedule?
I think there is from an in-game. You have your video you can use now, so it's easier to see things right away than in the past where you had to really try to make adjustments at halftime. You can make those adjustments almost live real quick because you get to see the video. But I do think your first game you have to be prepared for more adjustments or be able to adjust because I'll use him as an example. He's been there 3 years, well, he might come out and do something completely different that they hadn't shown at all. And so you got to be able to adjust to that. And that's the thing in the first games, adjusting to the personnel, adjusting to different stuff. I do think there's a validity in that, making your adjustments. I don't say mean more, but you really have to be on top of your game early because there's a lot of things you're trying to figure out in that first game.
How much are you excited for just the pageantry and the game day atmosphere and what to expect coming up here on Saturday?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've been watching the band and our cheerleaders and everybody been practicing out in the stadium. And so it's getting closer. We're obviously up here at the weather's changed awful quickly here. It's in the 50s here, waking up in the morning. Don't tell my wife that. So you can feel that sense of fall, which is awesome. And so I think our team is excited about that, and just knowing that we're going to have great support here. That's one thing we get from our opponents all the time when they watch our video of home games. They see our fans in the background. They see all the different stuff. So they talk a lot. Every time I go to meetings, they talk about our fan base and they talk about the home atmosphere here. And so I'm excited for our new players because I don't think they have an idea, but they don't. and they all get told by our current guys that how awesome the experience is, and so we're all looking forward to that.
Time for one more with Coach.
Forgive me if Pete Thamel broke this and I missed this, but your kicker.
He broke what now?
Did he break? Did it? I don't know if he broke the kicker news. Did you settle on a kicker?
Did Pete break some news this morning?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, did you tell him?
Shows ESPN over Flame Central Podcast.
Who did?
You did.
Are you accusing me of lying? Did you say I'm lying?
Sources.
I've been in a meeting all morning.
Sources.
I've been in meetings all morning. So,
Who's your kicker?
Jay Billingsley will start. Yeah, Billingsley will start.
Field goals and kickoffs.
Kickoffs will be Max. Kickoffs will be Max. Yes.